So just a quick look down the corridor. Welcome to room number 212 of the Holiday Inn Chester West. So inside the room, straight away on the right we've got an ironing board, an iron, a sort of area to hang your clothes, a couple of extra towels, and then on the left hand side you have the bathroom. Now this bathroom, as you can see, has got the usual toilet, sink and a shower which is over a bath, so that's nice. And I think it seems a bit of a smallish bath, but at least it's a bath. And with Holiday Inns you do tend to get a bath as opposed to the expresses that we've stayed in recently that seem to be sort of just a shower in a cubicle. But as we can see, it's quite darkly decorated. I've got the light on. Yeah, the light is on. And it seems if that's the only light, so it does seem quite dark. But there again, it's a bathroom, and you've got the light where you really need it. Okay, so moving on back into the room, you can see we have a television and a nice desk. Yeah, a nice long desk that you can work at. It's got a reasonable sized television. I would say that's sort of a 24, 26 inch. So that's obviously good enough for the size of the room. And to be fair, the room is quite a good size. I put all the lights on, so it is quite nice and bright. There's not a lot of natural light because you can see we're right up against some trees. But I think I've got to say this, and one of my pet hates about hotel rooms in the UK is a lack of fridge facilities, and there we have a fridge. So this is quite amazing that we've actually got a fridge, and really pleased. I only wish we knew that before we'd come, because we could have brought some stuff, you know, thought a bit more, well we can keep that because we've got a fridge, but never mind, I am happy we've got a fridge, and that is a big bonus. And I wish if people from hotels were looking at this, then please, you know, put a fridge in. Really think like the Americans do. Everyone has a fridge, and in fact they actually have microwaves as well. I understand if they don't want to put microwaves in, but definitely a fridge. Okay, so looking around the room, we've got a big air conditioning unit there. Looks quite sort of old and clunky, so it does make me think that this hotel has been here a little while. It's not brand new, but it has reasonably been decorated because the decorations look pretty newish. And of course it's clean, the carpet doesn't have stains on it, etc. So it is clean, which you would expect from a Holiday Inn. So just looking out the window now, I'm going to have to be careful here because to the left there's actually some people sat out in there. Seems to be like a drinking area just outside the window. So looking that way, there's not a great view, but bearing in mind we are actually on a service station on the A55. So you're not going to get a fantastic view, but at least here we do have some nice trees outside which do make it more pleasant than, say, looking out onto the A55. So that's not too bad. But as I look, sort of scan round, you can see there are some people sat there, so I don't want to point the camera at them. I wonder what I'm doing. So, so going back to the room, so of course there's free Wi-Fi. I haven't managed to check the Wi-Fi because we're only here for one night, and I wanted to show the room before it got messed up with our stuff in here. But again, I can't give a rate, a price, simply because I've got this on a rewards night, so of course it's free to us with 20,000 points. So I can't give a value for money because I'm not sure what the actual rate for the hotel is. However, on a rating scale, out of 10, Certainly looking around, the fact it's got a fridge, which to me, that's a point on its own. It's clean, it's been recently decorated, it's nicely decorated. It's on the A55, which is convenient. It's not in a location of, oh yeah, we can go into a town or something. So fair enough, you know, but it is actually quite well located if you're travelling. But being a Holiday Inn, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than a Travelodge or an Express or a Days Inn. But I would certainly give this one an 8. I think it's a nice room. Perhaps, you know, the sort of things like the air conditioning, etc., you know, leave a little bit to be desired. And I know this is a hotel room review, not a hotel review, but sort of coming in, you'll have seen the lift already, and quite frankly, it's very old, so it does show that this building is getting on a bit. However, it is very well maintained, and, as I say, clean. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. This is the Holiday Inn Chester West, and overall, yeah, a good hotel. And that fridge, I'm going to mention it again, the fridge is brilliant. So thank you very much for watching, and check back, as there's going to be more hotels coming up very shortly. Okay, I thought I'd do a little bit of an update, because I did the first filming when we actually just came through the door, and obviously as you spend some time in a hotel, you get to see one of the things that are quite different. Now, the first problem we found in the room is the air conditioning there, and I didn't actually notice this at the time, but as I get closer, you'll see the control has been taped up, so the air conditioning doesn't actually work. And the other problem, of course, is you need to open the windows because it is really quite warm in here, and there manages to be a party going on. Now, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a party pooper, but I mean, it's now, what time is it? 11, it's on the clock there. It says 11:32, and obviously that's been going on since about 8 o'clock. So I've needed to keep the TV pretty loud to watch the TV. But now it's sort of time when you want to think about starting to go to bed, and I actually got no idea what time this is going to finish. So when I first did this, I sort of gave a score of 8, put the sort of camera down, and thought maybe I was being a bit harsh, and perhaps, you know, the room's really nice and the hotel's really nice. It could well be sort of 9. Now I'm not so sure about the 8, but on the other way. So I'm really hoping that this music will finish soon. But yeah, it's certainly, I mean, yeah, I mean, people are having a party, that's sort of fine, and there's a function room, but it's the fact they've got the door open because it's hot, that means that people in the hotel probably aren't going to sleep until it's finished. Anyway, that's just a quick update of things we've found. Oh, the other thing, of course, is the Wi-Fi. Now, when I got here, I put the Wi-Fi on, it connected, but then found there was no internet connection. So whilst it connected to the hotel Wi-Fi, it doesn't actually go out and into the internet world. I rang up the help desk and they said, no problem, we'll reboot the router near your room, because there's no problem with anybody else. Said they'd done it. We got a connection for about 10 minutes and it dropped, and occasionally we get a connection maybe for 5 minutes or so, and then it drops for a couple of hours. So really the Wi-Fi is, I'm afraid, has also let us down, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, that's the update for now. We'll hopefully get this music stopped and get some rest. Thanks for watching.